Alright everyone, once again this is Fillers here, bringing you another fun game to play. This is Rogue Legacy, one of the most recent games that I purchased on Steam. Been playing it for about the past hour or two and I'm thoroughly enjoying the crap out of it, so I thought I'd do a little let's play and see how you guys think and whether or not you want to see more. So, as you can see, I'm actually deleting my save file. I'm going to start fresh, start anew, start over from scratch. So let's go ahead and get this started. My duties are to my family. It's noble. But loyal only to himself. Kind of dickish. So, if you're not familiar with this game, actually, this is kind of just an intro area. This game is sort of like a Castlevania type of clone, and how it works is, as you can see, you run around, you have a goose step, and you look kind of funny. You can play this game either with your keyboard, or you can play it with like a PlayStation 3 controller, Xbox controller. I'm currently playing it on my computer using a PlayStation 3 controller and some emulators so that I can actually use it. If you guys are trying to go and make this work, it's a big kind of pain in the butt. You actually have to. You're forced to use drivers for Xbox 360. No. Excellent hack. Oh man. So, you kill the king, and now you have to start your legacy. So, start from scratch, brand new guy, brand new dude, and this game, when you go through, build out a castle. But what's kind of unique about this game is that every single time you go into the game, and into the castle, it is a brand new, unique castle. Here's kind of the layout. As you can see right now, we are in the castle, this little back end of the screen. You start in the castle, and the second area you go to is the forest, as you can see with the two little dots next to it, saying that that's the second most difficult portion. And then you go to the top of the castle, which is the tower, and the last location is the dungeon. So, let's check this on out. This is journal entry. Treason. An assassin has wounded my father the king. That's who you are. Bring order back to the kingdom. He has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hampson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. So, yeah, as you can see, you can check out the actual map at any given time, just hitting the select button. And pretty much as it stands, whenever you die, it's a brand new map. It's a brand new. You can actually do a slight modification. You can give away some of your money to make it so that it doesn't change every time. Ah, crap. Come on, there we go. So you can invest and spend money to make it so that the map doesn't change. What you do is, every single time that you die, the money that you acquire while playing this, you can go through, so you can spend it on upgrading the castle and making improvements. And as you can see, what I'm doing right now is a downward attack in order to kind of... Oh, shit. And as you can tell with this game, there's a lot going on. It's kind of a difficult game. You're going to die a lot. Whenever you're actually playing it, oh, crap. When you're going through and you're playing it, you're expected to die a whole bunch. Every single time you die is an opportunity to upgrade your tower, buy equipment, make improvements to your actual castle, so that in the future you can get more equipment, you can unlock more characters. Now what I mean by that is, you can't see it right now, but whenever you die, you have an opportunity to select 3 different heirs. Sometimes there'll be a dwarf, sometimes there'll be a giant, sometimes there'll be a knight, sometimes there'll be a mage. You know, each of them have different aspects, each of them have strengths and weaknesses, and kind of based on your play style, you can kind of choose ones that are close to your liking. As you can see, you get hurt a lot, and you don't really heal all that much. Later on, you're able to get things like vampirism and runes to make it so that when you kill stuff, it gives you back some life. But as you know, when you first start off, you're going to die. You're going to die a whole lot. And as you can see, the controls are very, very tight. But the problem with that is that the main way you're actually supposed to play this game... Oh, crap. The main way you're supposed to play this game is via, like, a keyboard. It makes it very, very difficult. So you might end up having to... So because of that, I'd highly recommend that you either go around, buy yourself a PlayStation 3 controller and set it on up so that you can play your PlayStation 3 controller on your computer. Or if you actually have a wired Xbox controller, set that on up. Otherwise, this game is just brutally difficult. It's hard to begin with while you're actually playing the game with a controller, but just going to use the keyboard with the WSAD and moving stuff around. Very chest objectives. So what we've seen right here is that sometimes when you go into rooms, you'll have objectives in order to get the chest. So if you see on the very far left-hand side of this room that I'm in, there is a blue chest, and it'll show you on the right-hand side, in that little box, what you have to do in order to actually obtain that. So what I need to do... Oh, crap. Objective failed. Oh, crap. Oh. Sir Lee has been slain by a corrupt lord. Each class has pros and cons. Make sure to change your playstyle accordingly. So, when you die, you get a little word on what happened to you. You get a little painting of yourself, as well as you're able to go and see all the different enemies that you've slain during that playthrough. And then once you do that, you get taken back to the start screen, and yeah, you get to start over again and choose between 3 different heirs. So let's check out the first one. Sir Useless. He's a barbarian. He's colorblind, and his spell is a scythe. Big Glattery. He's a mage. He permaroided. Attacks knock enemies farther. And this is a knight, standard hero, pretty good at everything. Stereo blind, so he can't see 3D, and is very, very flexible. So let's go for stereo blind. And here's the castle. And with all the money that you acquire, you're able to go and do various unlocks and things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see on the right-hand side, I have 660 gold. Let's get myself a little bit of mana. Let's increase my health. And as you can see, as you unlock various aspects of it, the castle gets bigger, more unlocks become available. So for instance, if I upgrade the knight, which allows me to use a shield, promote your knights into paladins. Through rigorous training, paladins have learned how to block blows from any direction. So you can, expend mana in order to actually block things. And let's get the equipment up. Equipment allows you to acquire and equip additional items on you. For instance, you can upgrade your sword, your helmet, your chest plate, things of that nature. So let's also unlock the Enchantress. Gains access to her magical runes and powers. The Enchantress can empower your body with magical runes, making you better, stronger, faster, jumpier. Find runes to increase her repertoire of body-modifying talents. Her crystal ball is just for show. So let's see. Architect. Unlock the Architect and gain the powers to lock down the castle. Now that's what I was kind of telling you about before, where you can spend some money. Architect can lock down the castle and prevent it from changing. Like the layout of a castle, lock it down. Just make sure you can afford its fees. So let's see. Proper gym will allow you to really strengthen your arms and butt muscles. As you can see, I've already kind of maxed out and used everything and spent all the gold that I possibly can. I have 150, but everything costs a little bit more than 150. So it's going over here. As you can see, because I'm stereo blind, let's go and talk to these various guys. Blacksmith, welcome hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. At a price, of course. So, as you acquire blueprints by opening up chests and things of that nature throughout the game, you can go back here and you can spend them. Oh, cool. I can already unlock a helm. So as you unlock the helm, equip it. As you can notice in the upper left-hand corner, my level goes up. As you do improvements to your castle, your level increases. Hello, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me, and then I'll sell it back to you for profit. And so this allows you to do things like, double jump and dash and things of that nature. And once again, it's the same aspect of fighting blueprints. You just cruise around the castle looking for stuff, and as you acquire them, you can go back and you can buy them. Greetings, boy. Want to know a cool fact? I'm crazy. This lever here. With a simple pull, I can prevent the castle from changing. This way you can go through exactly what your ancestors went through. Impressed? You should be. How did I build this fantastic contraption? With science, of course, and magic. Mostly magic. But my skills aren't free. If I lock this castle, I will take 70% of all the gold you earn. Do you want to lock the castle and get only 70 gold? So, nope. As it currently stands, I just kind of want to work on obtaining gold, upgrading my castle as I go, upgrading my character, and I'll work on that later. The circumstances why you'd actually want to do that and make it so that the castle doesn't change is that in order to obtain some of the chests, for instance, like, you need your heir to be a midget, or you need him to have a certain special ability, or for instance, you might need him to be a certain character class. So with that being the situation, locking the castle might be beneficial. And that way that the next playthrough, it'll have to be exactly what you need. So this guy, he's gonna take your money. Whenever you enter the castle, you pretty much have to start off as just broke, retardedly broke. Some of the unlocking you do allows you to make it so that he doesn't take all your money, but for the most part, he takes all your money. At least for a long bit, he's going to be that way. What's kind of cool about the stereo thing that you'll see in 4 where you can't see in 3D is that all the enemies have that same affliction. Meaning that none of them actually interact in 3D. So that's kind of a cool aspect. So, as you can see, the castle's dynamically generated. It's never going to be the same one twice unless you actually spend that money. But after a while that you play it, you'll run into the fact that some of the rooms are the same. The layouts are the same. Usually enemies will be in different places, but for instance, like if you come into this room, there's always going to be a chest in the middle right there. And the way that everything kind of linked together is different. So let's check it on out. When you're playing the game, randomly you'll run into these rooms, which are just more journal entries. Journal entry number 2. Although I'm the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I am always known he planned to leave me for nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip of petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear, conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. So let's see, hold on one second. Music's a little loud. Let me just move that down a little bit. Yeah, interesting. So, through multiple playthroughs, you unlock more additional journal entries. So, journal entry number 3, I paid my dues and entered the castle proper. That devil Charon has taken all that I own as payment. He even pilfered my private coffers. I left my wife and children with nothing. He says it's the price for any and all who hazard the depths of this castle. He says it is fair. It's fair because all who have entered, none have returned, but I will change that. I will be victorious. There's no greater swordsman than I, even amongst my siblings. So, it's actually pretty rare for you to come across those journal entries, so it's kind of crazy that 2 of them actually happen right there. Nice. So, yeah, you just kind of get used to the idea that, I don't know, maybe the first hour or 2 just kind of running through and dying a bunch and kind of getting used to how the game works and also getting used to how the different enemies attack. And, oh man. Oh man. So, crap. So as you can see, the ground has spikes on it, and as you walk on top of it, and they erupt on up and they hit you. Oh shit. That's not good. Sir Charles has been slain by a pupil. Upgraded classes early to obtain powerful class abilities. So let's play it again. Sir Johnny. A risky hero, low stats, but can land devastating critical strikes. He's a knave. Let's do Gigantism. You were born to be a basketball player and a barbarian. Cool. So let's see. Let me try to unlock some more things. Become a barbarian king. The king of Freeman. This makes no sense. You can do an epic shout. Farodus. Convert into barbarians, into barbarian kings. Learn the secret shouts of the bearers and shout at things until they explode.